Yo, what's going on, guys? So we are tapping back in with this video coming from live from inside the crib because it is just wait, am I zooming in or zooming out? All right, there we go. It is just way too cold outside. We just got, where I live, 4 to 6 inches of snow. The garage is cold as shit, and last time, I don't know if y'all remember, my fan stopped working. I did some investigating. The fans work perfectly fine, but whatever setup I made for it, electric wise, it failed miserably. So what I did, I went and bought a 2 relay kit setup. So it's gonna, each fan is gonna have its, I'm gonna run its own relay. And then I got my diagram. I got my diagram right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, if you want to copy it. Hold on, try to hold it up a little bit better. So we got pin 87, a brown wire, which is going to be the power wire from the fan. Then we got the black wire 85, which I'm going to be running to a toggle switch that's going to go inside the car, inside the Mustang. There's a red wire with a fuse that I'm going to put a 30 amp fuse in. It's got 20 I think in it right now. I'm going to throw a 30 in them. That's going to be ran to the battery, to the positive battery post. And then there's an 86 white wire. The 86 with a white wire. That's going to be on the positive post of the starter relay. And then for my switch, there's a ground on it, which is going to be the ground post. Then there's the white wire from the relay. And then there's going to be a power wire for the LED switch on. There's a blue or red switch on the. There's a blue or red light on the LED switch, so that's what it's for. So all I'm gonna do is clean this up. I'm probably gonna splice together. I'm gonna partner up together the grounds again and just make a body ground, but I'm going to separate the power wires though. I'm gonna open this all up, and everything is gonna, because it's gonna have its own individual relay, and I'm gonna mount up the relays. I'm gonna probably put one right here and probably put one right here, and I got everything I need over here: drill, self taps, crimp connectors, electrical tape, the 30 amp fuses. I got pretty much everything that I need for the most part. I just want to get this part of it done, and then once it's a nicer day outside and a little bit warmer, then I'll be able to throw this back in the car and then finish up the wiring, shit that's going to the post, to the battery post, to the starter relay, and then the final wires are going to be ran into the car to the toggle switch. And then I'm going to be I'll either continue this video. Yeah, it's probably all gonna be one video, or I'm gonna put the toggle switch inside the plastic center console piece with the cup holders and shit. It's gonna be a button press right there. Boom. I got an inline fuse for the switch itself as well, so that doesn't get overheated or blown. So I'm making sure this is like all 100% protected. And I think with this relay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this fuse, the fuse holder, and I'm probably gonna like electrical tape it together to where it's nice and clean, so that it eliminates extra pieces hanging around and flopping around. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch out the fuse first, and then I'm gonna get started. Okay guys, real quick, last clip while we in here, it is done. So the black ground wires that's going to the flip switch inside the car, that's gonna ground out, complete the circuit and do whatever, they are now joined together, and there'll be one wire going straight to there, and this is how we looking. So not bad. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Once you take your time, you write a diagram and you figure it out little by little. Any questions, I got you on the comments. I'll even send pictures of the diagram. It's pretty easy. I'll even drop the Amazon link where I bought it. I would say the instructions that came with the relays sucked. They were horrible. I wouldn't even use it. If you're gonna buy the one on Amazon like I did, just use my diagram, because I've taken it from multiple videos of like actual people who know what they're doing. I understood it for myself, made it real simple, and now here we are. Once I get a nice 40-degree day outside in Connecticut, I'll be able to finish this up. See you guys in the next clip. Look, here's the next clip. Y'all know me. If you don't know, first time viewing my videos in my channel, the way I like to work is I do a lot of stuff off camera, figure it out, see what's going on, and then I tap in with y'all with an update. So I decided to say F it. It was like 36 degrees outside. I was feeling motivated. I'm like, let's put it back in and let's do the damn thing, right? Guys, yo, so first things first, we have our ground over here. That was our ground from our fans. I have for the switch to close the circuit. This is, you know, from the diagram, from what I understood, this is supposed to, you know, go to the switch to, when you flip it, it'll cut the fans on. These are the two power wires that are supposed to go to the battery, because this is what supplies the relays with power. And the white wires are supposed to go to an ignition. I put it on a positive post of the relay, because it from what I was understanding, the certain number pin on the relay and that white wire is attached to, you can use it for a turnkey power source. And turnkey power source would be the positive terminal on the starter relay, because it doesn't get power unless the car is turned on, you know, fully. Let's make sure that's on there tight. Okay, so I made a long enough wire to test it right before you get inside the car. Here's the flip switch. The prong has got bent. As you can, hold on, I'll show you. Focus, 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 focus. Prong got hella bent because of the damn Harbor Freight pins that I bought. You know, these shits and this other end right here I got in a Harbor Freight kit. Shit bent the fuck out the pins. So I was testing it, got the power to work on the light, but it wasn't turning on the fans. So from what I was understanding, 87 on the relay is what, you know, would give the fans power, which on my harness is the brown wire. So I did that. Each power wire from the fan got spliced into with the butt connector for the brown wire. The black wires, number 85 on the relay for me, is supposed to go to a toggle switch or whatever you're gonna do to close off the circuit to cut the fans on. The red wire, which has also an inline fuse for it, is supposed to, which is number 30, is power that goes to the battery. And then the white wire, which is number 86 on the relay, is alright, my fault. I was having a brain fart. I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong and what's going on. I'm rereading this, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, because I'm pretty sure it's just simply a wire switch. There's somewhere where there's just a wire switch. It's got something to do between the white and the brown wire at this point, from what I'm reading. It's really fucking cold. I'm gonna get my ass inside. But we're trying it. We are not getting anywhere. So you know what? That's where you just walk away. Done for the day. I see this another day. I see y'all in another day, another clip. Just stay tuned. We're gonna figure it out. We're real close. What is going on, guys? We are tapping back into this video about, it feels like a month and a half later.
Had a really bad winter. It was snowing a lot. It was cold, but today we're getting blessed with a 60-degree day, sunny. Spring is pretty much almost here. She's knocking at the door. So what I got going on right now, oh yeah, that's the so the last clip we were trying to figure all this out. So what I was gonna do, it was gonna run straight to a single toggle switch, but come to find out nothing was working. It was getting cold. I got impatient, running out of time, gotta get out of there. So the problem is, this I believe is the 12-volt Coolant source, and the two that I thought were the 12-volt Coolant source is actually supposed to be hooked up to the switch, which then kicks on the power to the fans. So after seeing what was happening, if I could find the rocker switch, yeah, I'm not liking the way this was like working out. These were really hard to put in. It started bending the connections, and you know, I'll keep it. It's not gonna work. So what I did, bought this. Here we go. Focus. No focus. Get you in the sunlight. It's a 4-panel switch. Nice little 4-panel rocker switch. It's gonna mount up right under the dash. It's gonna mount up pretty easy because of how small it is. It's gonna mount up right up under there. But first things first, I'm gonna make sure that we test everything outside, make sure everything works, and then we're gonna be good to go. So let me go ahead and just cut. I'll cut. Yo, this memory card situation I have with this camera is not it. So anyways, I'm gonna cut back in once I have all these wires and everything done up right, and I know what's what, and we start testing power sources and such. So I'll cut back in when it's time for that. Thank you. Loud ass truck, construction work. So this is the face of what it looks like when you finally figured the puzzle out. So your boy figured it out. I'm gonna be honest with you, don't know how I figured it out, but I figured it out. So what we got going on over here is, got the switch box. Like I said, I wanted to wire up each fan to its own switch. I'm testing everything. I redid shit, right? I'm over here trying to figure out what's what. So here's the kicker and the balls. So this wire right here, which I thought this is a body ground. This is a ground switch, right? So I'm thinking that's the ground switch that gets hooked up to a switch to cut the power on and off, whatever, right? And I'm thinking this is the 12 key ignition source, you know, whatever, to give power to the fans. Not really. I'm not good with electrical, guys. I'm not good with electrical. I am not good with electrical. So I'm doing everything right here before I even try to mount up and link shit out, whatever. I'm just like, you know what? Let me just test something. So I took the 2 wires from the fans, I put them together. I'm testing it on a positive and touching with this switch and that switch and with this terminal and what's what. I had both of the fan wires together on the positive post, and then I took this one and took this one and I put it on the negative. Both the fans kicked on at once. So I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, all right, so let me unravel the wires together and let me just hook one up to switch A, keep that one on the negative post, switched A, only one fan came on, and then obviously now both work. So now I know that these wires are gonna get hooked up directly to switch A, switch B, and now this post, this is now gonna get hooked up to the, I'm just gonna hook it up to the negative terminal, and we are all done. So now comes the fun part. Now I get to figure out how much length of wire goes where, and mounting this up underneath the dash. And well, I'm not gonna mount it up underneath the dash just yet. I'm gonna make sure all the wires are, you know, done up nice and whatever, and not make it too hard of a job for myself. But the best part is that I get to put the wheel back on and drop the car on the ground. So that's gonna be first order of business, and then start cleaning everything up. But we figured it out. We freaking figured it out. So let me go ahead and clean everything up, mount it up, and show y'all the finished product and how nice it is. Yeah, finally, thank God. All right, guys, so we are now all finished up. A couple hours later, you know, thank God for editing. It was just a split second for you. So as you can see, I was able to get the box mounted up right here. I tried to mount it up a little bit closer to over here, but with the OEM bolt, it was just not working out, guys. So here we are. Fan on. Second fan is on. So obviously the car is not, there's no keys, and you know, I didn't even turn the key in the car, so it's not ran to an ignition source. So it's, this power is being ran straight to the battery, because that's what for these for this switch calls for. But for the switch box, 12 gauge wire, I had to run to the store and buy another one to match it up, because I didn't want to go from 12 gauge to 16 gauge wire. I didn't want to cause any issues. I grounded the cable, the negative cable right here on the side for the box for the LEDs. Grounding it isn't going to cause it to not work. It's simply so that you know that the power's on and each switch, you know, works. So so that means even with the battery plugged in, you know, this is obviously, this means this is gonna maybe not drain the battery, don't know. Probably gotta always keep a tender on it, no problem. But what I'm simply about to do is I'm about to just pull the Mustang out and let it run for a little bit. It's been a while, haven't ran the car in a while. I want to see how it does, how this all works out, and make sure nothing crazy happens. Just do a nice little at-home test and see how it goes. Hold on. Fans are currently off right now. Gonna let the car get up to temperature and I'll kick it on. I know I'm running low on gas. I gotta get gas for this car. But I want to get it up to operating temp, and then I want to kick the fans on, make sure that shit goes good. So I'll probably snip it back in when it gets up to operating temp and we cut the fans on. Temperature going up a little bit. Cut the fans on. Fans are currently on right now. We're looking good, guys. We're looking good. I'm real thankful right now. I'm real thankful. Honestly, I'm thinking about, I could also run this shit to the relay. I thought about it for a second, and I should have, because that means it won't be drawing the constant power. But it's straight. It is what it is for now. Every time I park up, I just put the battery tender on it. It ain't no deal. It ain't no big deal to me. Fans are working real good. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull the car in. Well, no, I'm gonna leave the car out and I'm gonna clean up the garage a little bit. So yeah, we back, guys. We back now. So obviously I gotta get more gas in it. I don't like that it's running really low. I gotta put more gas in it. Now the next thing, the only thing that's next is I start putting the interior a little bit back together. I might put the, I gotta put the glove box in soon. Definitely need to do that because there's a light that comes on when that shit's out. But I need to finish up wire wheeling the damn floor, get all the old material out, finish that shit up. And then all we gotta do now is gotta take it to my boy's shop and have him drop in the new fuel pump, the injectors. I gotta now make sure I bust my ass and go buy the adjustable fuel regulator that fits the OEM fuel rail for the Mustang, get the gauge, the regulator, some new O-rings for the injectors, and we're good to go. Hopefully in the meantime, like I gotta start making sure, get all the paperwork right for the car, registration and shit. Then we on our way, man. I gotta go get this shit in alignment. I gotta see what's up with this alignment issue and shit. Here we go, guys. We back in action. Fox body back. Fans is working. They don't got no issues. Appreciate you guys tuning in. This video was a wild one. We learned a lot in this one. We always still learning no matter what. Every time we touch work on this car, man, we always learning something. So I appreciate every single last person that watches, likes, subscribes, shares, comments, does whatever. Always and forever, man. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you in the next one.